My name is Kat Wong, and I'm a grade 4-5 teacher in Vancouver, BC. As a resident of Vancouver, I would like to acknowledge that I'm on the lands of the Coast Salish, Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, and Musqueam nations. I feel privileged to work, live, and play on the lands of the original inhabitants. I am mindful of the relationships that I have with the land, and through my teaching, enrich my students with a positive sense of culture and identity. One of my greatest passions is in helping others, and I wanted to pursue this purpose of mine. I graduated from the University of British Columbia with a degree in food, nutrition, and health sciences. I worked as a personal trainer and nutritionist, creating workouts and nutrition plans for people. I loved being able to support people with their health goals and celebrate their accomplishments with them. I value health and well-being, and also am a 500-hour registered yoga teacher and prenatal yoga instructor. With a love for teaching and learning, I wanted to pursue a career in education. I grew up in a family of educators where my grandmother was a teacher in Singapore and my mother was an administrator in Vancouver. It seemed more than natural for me to follow along in my family's footsteps and begin carving my own path as an educator. I returned to UBC and received my Bachelor of Education and have been teaching in elementary for 7 years. My grandfather once told me to never stop learning. I believe myself to be a lifelong learner and strive to keep my students engaged with new projects and fun activities when I am always learning from them as well. When remote learning became our new way of schooling, I felt I needed more tools to support my students during this time of challenge. I decided to embark on my master's journey and apply for UBC's Master of Education Technology program. Through this MET program, I had the opportunity to learn many key insights that have developed my teaching pedagogy. While living on this land, I have learned that building a strong foundation is key. I have practiced this in my daily life, where meditation is the foundation for my mind, and my yoga practice, as well as nutrition, is the foundation for my body. I have bridged what I have learned in yoga and my teaching practice to serve my students. I like to set the foundation for learning by creating an environment that is calm and safe. Our minds need to be ready for learning, and our environment can influence how we feel and think. With a strong foundation set, learning can take place. I offer my students a variety of modalities for their learning needs. It brings me joy when students can experiment, explore, and discover new things. I believe that my role as an educator is to not only impart knowledge, but to provide a calm and safe environment for my students to cultivate their learning. I also hope to guide them toward becoming their greatest potential. In the near future, I hope to share what I have learned in the MET program with my colleagues and continue my journey in learning together with my students.